Cluck cluck everybody. Les Paul uke. It's my most expensive uke. It's not a very expensive uke, it's just mine. Let's see, what song are we going to do? I don't have my amp. This is an electric acoustic. For the mermaid song, I wanted to use the amp. I don't have a power source that will hold my amp out here right now. So let's think of another song. Let's see. I'm working on a few. I'll try one for you if you like it. If I mess up, it's because it's new and I'm just kind of learning it. And I also can't sing. So let's see. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for a train when I was feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it rained, rode us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana. I was playing soft while Bobby sang the blues. Windshield wipers snapping time, I was holding Bobby's hand in mine. We played every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing, don't mean nothing, love feeling free, yeah. And feeling good was easy love when he sang the blues. And feeling good was good enough for me. See, I'm still learning. Y'all just got a preview. Cluck, cluck. Alright, cluck, cluck, everybody. Ugh, I got stuff in my eye. Ugh. Alright, so let me see if I can fix these. This is my Tinkerbell wig. I love it. I wear it a lot, actually. So we are doing collard greens today. I've talked before about being anemic. Collard greens is a great source of iron. So I eat a lot of collard greens. It's one of my favorite foods, honestly, so it works out. So when you're anemic, you can take iron pills all you want, but your body just doesn't absorb iron as well from a pill as it will for food. So it's really important to just eat food high in iron. You know, spinach, greens, you know, anything like that. And I also like a gallbladder, so I can't eat very much meat to get my iron from. So that's why the greens are very important for my overall body health. So one thing I wanted to talk about is like new movies y'all might want to be. I want to know what movies y'all are looking forward to this summer. I am personally, probably the one I'm most looking forward to is going to be Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Is that right? Yeah. I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Surely this is probably going to be Harrison Ford's last Indiana Jones movie. It's getting kind of old. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I love the Indiana Jones series anyway. I think that my favorite is probably Last Crusade, mainly because I'm a big, oh my God, I just forgot his name. Not Harrison Ford, the one who plays his dad. Sean Connery. Oh gosh, I'm a big Sean Connery fan. So that's partially why that's my favorite. I would say most people probably prefer either Raiders or Temple of Doom. I doubt many people's favorite is Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, but you know, let me know if it is. You know, there might be some people that's their favorite Indiana Jones movie. I'm not really look, I'm probably gonna watch the Barbie movie once it's free, but it's not something that I'm just like, ooh, oh my God, I gotta see it. I'm not that way about it. I was never really a Barbie person as a kid. I mean, y'all could probably guess that about me though. I remember my mom bought me a Barbie once, and I think I played with it for like a day. And my little sister was way into Barbies. It just was never my thing. I'd much prefer to be playing outside. What's more? Oh, Oppenheimer is one that my husband's really looking forward to. Uh, I'm actually really, really looking forward to the new Insidious movie. I think it's called The Red Door. I'm a big horror movie person. I really like the original. I actually really like The Last Key, which was the most recent one. It got horrible reviews. People are like, yeah, it's the worst one in the Insidious series. I don't think it's the best one, but I liked it. I liked it better than the second or third. So, so I was surprised by how much people actually don't like that one. Uh, this one that's coming out has already got really bad reviews. I'm a little worried, but I'm still definitely going to be getting it as soon as it comes out because I don't know if this is going to be the last one of the series or not, but I still just really want to see it. They are, I don't know if it's, I'm not sure where they are in the process, but I know there's a new Napoleon movie coming out. Ridley Scott, Joaquin Phoenix, which immediately makes me go, oh God, I hope it's not the Gladiator in France, right? But both of those people, yeah, both of them are pretty good. I doubt it'll be. Um, so, I mean, there's movies about Napoleon, but I can't think of like a super high budget movie about Napoleon. So I am looking forward to that I'm looking forward to that one. Like I said, I'm not sure where they are at in the process of making, if they're just now filming it or if it's getting ready to come out. I just briefly saw something about it. I was like, oh, that looks good. So Leslie Van Houten was released, right? I think she spent 53 years. I think that's right, 53 years in prison. Um, you know, I think a lot of people are just very disappointed by it. I've seen interviews with her. She seems rehabilitated. We have to remember she was on drugs. She was brainwashed. She seems like a level-headed person these days. I'm indifferent to it. I'm not like super excited she's out. I'm not super mad that she's out. Now, I've talked before about how my mom is like big, and I think most people in her generation are big into the Manson case because that was like the first like shock crime that they really remember. And I could tell you more about the Manson case when I was 4 years old than most adults know now. That's how big she was into this case. Um, so as soon as I heard the news, I called her up. Now, for those of you who don't know, my mom is one of those people who does not feel like Manson should have got life or death. She feels like he wasn't at the murders. He didn't do the murders. We're basically taking other people's words that he's the one that we're taking murderers' words that he's the one that ordered these murders. This is her opinion, not mine. Uh, I mean, I think he's just as I do think he's just as guilty. So she just doesn't feel like he should have gotten life. She thinks he should be there, but not as long as he got. So anyway, as soon as I called her up, I was like, Leslie Van Houten is out. She's like, no, no, they let her out. I was like, yeah. So I'm thinking she's going to be either like me, indifferent, or maybe even be happy just because of her alternative view of the Manson case. And no, my mom was absolutely bent about it. She was like, Charlie didn't even murder anybody, and he never could get parole, and this bleep is over there sticking forks in people. And sorry, it's not funny. It's funny that my mom said it. This bleep is over there sticking forks in people, and she gets paroled. But she also said, you know why she was paroled? It's because she wasn't at the Tate murder, and that actually made perfect sense to me because the Bianca murder was. I'd venture to say that there are some people that don't even realize that the Biancas were part of the Manson murder spree, just because they seem to have been lost because Sharon Tate was so beautiful and famous, and it was such a tragedy, and she was pregnant. So I absolutely, and I just thought of something else. Because she wasn't at the Tate murders, that means Sharon's sister, Deborah, wasn't there to fight against it. And I mean, I think she's the driving force keeping those people in. I just thought of that. Good on you, Mom. But while we were having this conversation, my mom does not like her. She does not like Linda Kasabian. She was like, that woman should have been in prison. I don't care if she told him. She was at both murders. My mom went off on her. She said a lot of bad words about Miss Linda. Yeah, she's not a fan. So, I know that a lot of people are very upset about that. I hope I don't offend people by saying I'm indifferent to it, because I do. Like, I've seen interviews. She seems rehabilitated. Hopefully she is. So, this is the section that I'm actually dreading. I'm dreading talking about this, because I don't want to upset anybody. But it's something that needs to be talked about. And it's the Gannon autopsy pics that were shared and played a lot live. I have a black and white version that I'll give you first, meaning ultimately, the creator has a choice as to what they put on their channels. Now, we also have the choice as to whether or not we watch it. That's the black and white version. Here's where we get in the gray stuff. Just because you should, or just because you can, doesn't mean you should. Most of us are not parents of murdered children, and hopefully most of us will never be parents of murdered children. So it's hard for us to know or gauge that reaction. I mean, we can only imagine, and it's probably not something that just pops in some people's heads when they're thinking about doing this. So, so I get that. You know, should it be? Probably, but it's not. Uh, had I been on that team, I would have definitely advised against it, and I can tell you I wouldn't have been there. I've accidentally clicked on autopsy pictures before. I was not prepared for what I saw, and it was an accident. I wasn't prepared because it was an accident, and I wasn't prepared mentally. So it was horrible. And this case hit me so hard that I know that, I mean, I just absolutely could not see that. I just keep hearing a noise. What is that noise? I think I have a chicken over here somewhere in the bushes. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't have watched. And, you know, it's not my thing. Now, when I first heard about this, just because of y'all know y'all know who I used to work for, or used to help out or whatever. My brain immediately went into, like, how are these people gonna fix this? Now, immediately the first thing I thought was delete the video, say you're sorry, give money to charity. And it sounds like Natasha is doing the charity part. I haven't been keeping up. I said I wasn't gonna say names. Well, bleep. Sounds like one creator is definitely giving charity. And look, I'm not gonna judge these creators too much. And that's mainly just because I'm not a judgmental person. I know I know a lot of people were very upset about this. One thing I do want to just absolutely clarify, and I'm sorry if you think I'm taking up for these creators, I'm not. But what I will say is sometimes you move stuff to Patreon because it's sensitive content. It's so, not every Tom, Dick, and Harry can go on YouTube and see it. You move sensitive stuff to Patreon, not for money. But unfortunately, you're still making money when you do it. But even if it's not the reason, that's why I think donating it to charity, and even finding out what the family's choice of charity is, that's what I would absolutely suggest. Now, I will say that one of the creators did crop and blur and stuff, and that's it's better. I still wouldn't want to see it cropped and blurred. But the only thing I get why everybody's mad. I would be very upset, especially if it was my child. I'd be very upset. But I did really want to clarify that I don't think that these people put it on Patreon to make money. I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong. I personally think that they moved it to Patreon because it was sensitive content. Um, and one way to correct that would be to give money to charity. Like I said, it sounds like one is doing it. One is sort of. I did go to their community pages before I did this video, just to make sure, see what's being done. Uh, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I feel bad at the hate that they're getting, whether it's deserved or not. I just don't like to see people get hate, whether it's deserved or not. I really don't. It makes me uncomfortable. Like, feelings like that make me uncomfortable. But, you know, I mean, it was a mistake. I'm just going to say it was a mistake. I know it's true crime. I get all that. I just don't think they should have done it. But like I said, also ultimately it's their channel. They can do what they want with their channel. I do what I want with my channel. Some people are probably like, oh yeah, why? I can't believe that you would stem collard greens. Oh, I'm so disgusted with you. You know, some people might seriously think that. But I did definitely want to bring the point that I do. Look, I've talked to one of the creators behind the scenes a little bit before, and I talked to the other creator through somebody behind the scenes before. Both of these creators I find to be very compassionate and reasonable people. So I do think that they'll do the right thing in the end. It's going to be hard to, you know, the damage is done sort of thing, but hopefully they'll do the right thing in the end, and that's what I hope. So, and I feel like the one donating to charity is definitely the right step forward. I would find out if there's a charity that their family is particularly wants it to, I guess. We'll see what happens to that. Please don't take any of this as me bashing any creator, and also don't take this as me defending any creator. It's just my opinion. And before all of this, I don't have a problem with either of the creators. And honestly, even though I'm disappointed, I still don't have a problem with them. I think that they're going to do the right thing. So there's that. That's out of the way. Oh gosh, I've been dreading that segment. I was going to do it Monday, and I forgot, but I kind of wonder if I forgot on purpose, because that's a touchy subject. So, if you can't talk about it on the front porch, then where can you talk about it? Am I right? I'm going to finish doing these collard greens. I hope y'all enjoyed today. Front porch is actually starting to get, we might get a little storm here in a minute. It's kind of got that feel in the air. So I actually love sitting out here in a storm, as long as it's not like blowing in. So we'll have to do one in a storm one day. Actually, that might not, we'll see. Maybe we'll do one out here in a storm one day. It might be hard to hear me though. Cluck, cluck, everybody. I love you, love you. Don't forget to let me know what movies I should be looking forward to, okay? And also, once again, give me topics to talk about. You know, most topics I will absolutely talk about. You know, if you give me a topic that might be a little inappropriate for this channel, you know, I might not do it. Just don't be offended if I don't do your topic. But absolutely give me suggestions. Cluck, cluck. I love you all.